Hey everyone, it's Alex and welcome to this Marvel Snap video. We're going to be discussing the latest Series 5 card to enter the world of Marvel Snap, and that is the 3/4 Superior Spider-Man that reads, at the start of each turn, you get +1 energy if you have any cards with increased power in play. So today we're going to be talking about my experience with this card. We played a massive stream. We actually ranked up very effectively tonight. We played a lot of Superior Spider-Man, we played a lot of Spider-Punk, that's going to be tomorrow's video, and we'll be experimenting with Man-Spider on the next stream, so if you're not following on Twitch yet, you definitely got to, because we're having a lot of fun testing a lot of new stuff. So right off the rip here, Superior Spider-Man. This was the card I was most excited for this season, because for me it was the 5-star card of the Snapchat. I feel like this is one of the easier of the conditions to meet for energy, right? If you think about like some of the other ones, like Hope Summers is not hard or anything, but if you think about what it costs to play Electro and all these other things, like there's significant downsides. And like Luna Snow gives extra energy. Jennifer Kale needs to be activated. Psylocke has to be used the next turn. Superior Spider-Man is like, yo, you want extra energy? I got you. All you got to do is play a good-bodied 3/4 and have something with bonus power at some point, right? Do bear in mind you got a lot of locations that provide bonus power too. So Superior Spider-Man, honestly, from like a I need bonus power perspective, I felt like over 85% of the time I was able to effectively get the bonus power. It was very rare where I was like, oh, I got Superior Spider-Man and I can only play him as a 3/4 and not get the thing happening. I was able to very effectively get the thing happening more often than not. And so for that, I am thoroughly impressed with the card. Now, with regards to decks, we'll talk about them in a second, but I do feel like he goes in a wide variety of different shells. Even tonight, I tested at least 4 different decks that felt really good with Superior Spider-Man, that had a significant kind of role to play in like using that extra energy in maximizing your chances to win. I came away thoroughly impressed. This isn't just like kind of like, you know, happy thoughts because I said the card was going to be good and I felt like the card was going to be good. I actually played it and was like, hell yeah, this card's actually good. Do remember, I was the one that made the actual video for Zombie Galactia on the official channel. So I am going to be honest with you if I feel like a card's good. I'm going to be honest with you if I feel if a card's bad. This card is definitely good. It definitely feels like the kind of card you can put in pretty much any deck that's going to have bonus power in it, and you're going to be absolutely okay with that extra energy. Because extra energy feels like a cheat code sometimes in Marvel Snap, and the Superior Spider-Man definitely feels good. So overall, is it worth the 5,000 tokens? Well, 5,000 if you're rolling the packs, 6,000 if you're going to be getting it outright specifically. As always, I would suggest you hold out. The main reason why, you're like, Alex, you just finished saying the Superior Spider-Man is so good. Yes, but there's a challenge to this. I'm going to assume you don't have unlimited resources. I'm going to assume that, say, 6,000 tokens took you some time to save up, and you might only be able to get a couple cards this season. Superior Spider-Man is good. I like it. I'm happy I have it, and I think I'm going to be playing it quite a bit. But my first impressions of Man-Spider, which I don't have like many clips for right now, might be that Man-Spider might be insane, like stupid. And if you have 6K tokens, I would wait for how some of the decks and some of the analysis and some of the stats show for Superior Spider-Man versus Man-Spider, because Man-Spider might be absolutely stupid. Especially with Shang-Chi being relatively non-existent in the meta after all the nerfs it's received. That's the concern. If you are going to be like, Alex, I want to take one deck to infinite, I have limited resources, what do I buy it on? Damn, you might have to wait just a little bit. Don't FOMO, because I do think we need to see some stats. We need to compare Superior Spider-Man and Man-Spider, because I think they're both potentially really good. And if you have limited resources, you're going to want to wait to see how Man-Spider statistically performs, because I'm telling you, it looks like it might be an absolutely stupid broken card, like dumb. And we're going to talk about that this week too. Don't you worry. I can only do so much. I can only play so many games of Marvel Snap at once and produce so many videos at once, right? So anyways, Superior Spider-Man, I did like a lot. I am impressed with. I'm very happy that I have it. My gameplay experience was very positive. Let's talk about some decks. When it comes to decks, it should surprise absolutely nobody that I went to High Evo. It's one of my favorite archetypes in the game, and it feels like it's been a little beat up here and there. So I wanted to see if the Superior Spider-Man could make High Evo the shell it wants to be. And I have to tell you, It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was very straightforward to get that extra energy. And with that extra energy, you can make magic happen with Evo. Like, it's legit what Evo does with extra energy. And that's why you would play things like Hope or Warlock or whatever, right? And Superior Spider-Man felt like a relatively straightforward way to play it. I will note that in the highlights you'll see in the gameplay highlights, I wasn't playing the Thing, I was playing Rogue instead. Here's the thing, though. I found that I was going against almost no Luke Cages. I was expecting to see Luke Cage, especially like with the prominence of what I believe to be a good ranking up budget deck, which is C2. I think C2 is pretty legit. I didn't see any of it, honestly. I saw maybe 1 or 2 C2s and 1 Luke, and so I cut the Rogue. It just wasn't doing the work. Add the Thing, which is great for Abomination-based builds because it tends to spread out the damage debuffs, which is great. In this deck here, you're relying on things like Misty Knight, Silver Sable, and etc. to essentially activate your Superior Spider-Man nice and early. That's why we have so many 1-drops. I was trying to figure out how maybe I could sneak a Moon Girl in, because Moon Girling the She-Hulk and Abomination could be potentially fantastic, but I just didn't quite feel it. I think the cards that I had here were the right ones. Maybe cut Nebula, but then like you really run the risk of not having something for Superior Spider-Man early on, which is kind of what this deck wants to do. Long story short, though, with things like Sunspot and Misty Knight, you always had options to like float energy when you want to get that extra power on the Superior Spider-Man. Misty Knight can buff the Superior Spider-Man, for instance. I did like this deck a lot. Does it need a little bit of tuning? Maybe it's 1 or 2 cards off. I do think Moon Girl could be potentially interesting here, but give it a shot. It was good. I ranked up successfully. It was a solid list. Going to the next one here, I wanted to try some Horde. I think that Horde is surprisingly a decent deck to rank up with. It's putting up some decent power, especially with all the buffs it's received over the last little bit. And this here is cool because on turn 1, you just play something like The Hunger, and that satisfies the requirement for Superior Spider-Man. If you play Superior Spider-Man on top of Angela, you satisfy the requirement. It's so easy to satisfy that I need to buff something to get the Superior Spider-Man proc here on the Horde. It's so good. And so as a result, I was able to get very effective high power Hordes, and Zombie Giant Man was a great finisher. Ultimately, I thought this deck was really well designed. It was a lot of fun to play, and it put up an impressive amount of power, and it felt like Superior Spider-Man was an excellent choice and just a very natural fit here. I have nothing bad to say. This deck was really good. I liked it a lot. And then to the next one here, we have Bounce. Now, admittedly, I'm not a Bounce player. It's not the kind of archetype I play a lot, but I had a lot of fun with it. This was the shell I brought for the Superior Spider-Man, and was it good? Yeah. And having extra energy did make a bit of a difference here and there, especially when you want to sneak out like lines where you don't quite have the beast to get all the 1-drops up and you have to Toxin or Falcon later on in the game. Having extra energy makes a difference. It's also worth noting that Agent Venoming a Hood, Silver Sable, or whatever constitutes bonus power. Was it great? I kind of like the other 2 decks better. But if you're a Bounce player and you want to take advantage of extra energy, you absolutely can. This deck was pretty solid. And instead of having something like Superior Spider-Man, you could play Black Swan. It almost accomplishes the same thing with making those 1-drops free. You can also consider cutting Bishop for something like a Sage. These are things that, like, you know, you could test and see what happens, but in my experience, Bishop was actually really good. It was getting to massive power, but Sage is an awesome card too. Bounce, not my personal cup of tea, but was the deck good? It was. I do think the other 2 were a little more natural though. And then finally, I wanted to try some Surfer. I know I really want to play Surfer with Chameleon. I talked about it on the podcast, but I wanted to try it a bit here too. Was it good? It was fine. The only challenge was that it was unlike the Evo deck or the other decks we talked about, or especially the Horde one. Horde and Evo were very effective at like turn 3, you get bonus energy. This deck here, it's harder to get bonus energy on turn 3. It was often like turn 4, or I place Superior Spider-Man on 5 for the extra energy to then get the Surfer Absorbing Man combination off or something like that. Superior Spider-Man felt easier to play on turn 5 because you hit it with the Galacta, or you hit something with the Galacta, or whatever. This was a Viv Vision deck. It was okay. Was it great? I don't know. At the end of the day, if you're like, Alex, just give me the deck to play, I would say this one here was probably feeling the best, the Superior Horde. I was surprised with how big the Horde was getting, how effective Superior Spider-Man was here, especially when you consider that, like, honestly, having Scarlet Witch and then having extra plays on top, like turn 4 with the Superior Spider-Man, you can play Scarlet Witch, Kitty, and the Hunger on top of the, the Zombie Scarlet Witch. That's good. Having all that extra energy is helpful for things like also Bloodstone, lining up specific plays. You want to play lots of cards, and Kitty's fantastic here. But at the end of the day, guys, it was a great card. I had a lot of fun with it. Next videos are going to be the Spider-Punk. We're going to talk about Man Spider as well, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you've not followed yet on Twitch, I got a link in the description down below. You got to. And wow, I'm talking really fast today, so I'm going to slow it down here just to say Thank you so much for all the support, guys. I really do appreciate everything you've done to, you know, make my dreams a reality. I can't believe that I get to get hyped up about a new season, a card game that I love, and get the viewership that I get. I am truly fortunate, and it's because of each and every one of you. Every one of you. Thank you. Truly. Hope you enjoy these gameplay highlights. Start off with some Nebula. Superior Spider-Man. In hand. We just need one Nebula proc. Nebula is not as reliable as the others. Silver Sable being the most reliable. Yeah, but against the Cozy variant. I miss all-nighters with Alex with lots of confetti and dancing. We got to bring back the confetti at some point. I do agree. We got to find a way to bring it back. You know. Just in case this is some cringe location I can't play into. Because of that, it's a bar. One thing I love about Nebula, by the way, is that she forces players to play into a Cyclops location. Now, Muir Islands, oh my gosh. That's disgusting. That is some disgusting gameplay that I don't appreciate. They are going to swap the locations around, though. I wonder if they realize that. Starlight Citadel will proc first. Yeah. Okay. I think we're in a snappable position, but I don't want them to leave. In this case, 6 energy. We'll have 1 extra energy. Okay, here's the nice thing, right? We play the Sunspot. We hard float. 5, but then we'll have the extra energy. We won't pew pew next turn, but we'll have a discounted She-Hulk. We can She-Hulk and Hulk. This is appropriate, I think. Sarah's big. This is Sarah Surfer. We're going to see Brood on Muir Island. I think it's just Brood on Muir Island. It's probably unlikely they can beat us doing this. We won't get a Cyclops pew pew. I think they probably give this location. They're going to put Brood here, Silver Surfer, and another 3. They're going to try and win this location. Throw here. Never mind. I'm intoxicated. Brood. Okay. What the hell have they done? Surfer? Damn close. That's not what I expected at all. I expected them to Brood here, but they obviously didn't have Brood. I think if they did, they would have brooded different. They would have played the game fully differently there. Oh yeah, Skillmonger would have messed me up pretty good too, for sure. But yeah, that was a good example. Superior Spider-Man, that extra energy went a long way the entire game. All right. We could Horde. We got Kitty. We don't have Superior Spider-Man yet. The problem is, if we Kitty, and then we do not... If we top deck the Superior Spider-Man where you don't have a green power card on the field of play on turn 3, give him the good old, what's up with you? Oh, well, we can win that. We can win that with the good old Jeff Rooney. We have so many options there. Big time Snapperoonie. Mix Cypher. And we're dead. How can this happen to me? Made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run. We got the Angela. I think you go Angela, Kitty, Hold. Angela, Kitty, Hold, get the discount. And then next turn 4. Maybe just do this now. Okay. There's Superior Spider-Man. Let's get this extra energy. This is a Superior Spider-Man video after all. The problem is we don't need to play him there. Dream Dimension kills us. It really makes it harder for us. Okay. That worked. Because we have so many inexpensive cards we want to play. We do get some extra energy here. I think we do this. I mean, we can just play Jeff mid, right? Maybe we do the Hunger. Just thinking, is the Hunger better than Jeff? Because we can just play Jeff directly in. They might not expect it. I think you do this. Damn, I got some zombie sentry gameplay, friends. So close. Now we lose 3 power on Thena, which I think is fine. You go Kitty Pryde. No. 3 there. They're just so far ahead. We add 3, we go to 9. This goes to 12. This ties. This adds 2. But where they have their own zombie man. Where are they playing their zombie man? Where are they playing theirs? This is a 50-50. There's so many ways to win. There's also so many ways to lose. I suspect they play Kitty Pryde here, Zombie Man here. My Zombie Man could... No, it doesn't favorably trade, does it? We're up by 5, though. Here, here, here. Here. No. We're snapping back 8. I'm gonna go with my original line. 8 cubes. Let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see what happens. That was so close. Oh my god. That was so unbelievably close for 8 cubes. Unbelievable. Wow. It comes down to tiebreaker. That late snap on them too. They snapped late. But we had to believe. We had to believe. And we had the extra energy that allowed us. We had not only Surge giving us the extra, we had the Superior Spider-Man. It made a massive difference. That's 8 cubes. Unreal. All right. We're going to go... Do we go Nebula or do we go Sunspot? Let's go Nebula here. We have the Superior Spider-Man finally. Is this the first game that we've actually drawn Superior Spider-Man? What a time to be alive, man. So I think we have to play the Sunspot. Nice thing about the Sunspot, he's going to rank up. He's going to roll up. Oh, Nebula did too. We're truly gaming here. Okay, Rogue here is going to do some work on the Pit of Exile. We're going to play Superior Spider-Man. We're going to do it. Let's hold initiative here. Superior Spider-Man looks like he should be able to move too, by the way. Start of next turn. Aranya kicks over the Human Torch. He's already an 8-power card. Kohori, not bad. Enchantress, not an issue. Get rogue? Get rogue? No rogue. Lots of extra energy, though. It's rogue! Let's go! Okay, hold on. Rogue this. I would snap, but, like, we want to see these games through, right? We're just making content, so... Let's do this. Do I roll? I think I roll an energy, to be honest with you. I think I do this. Roll 1. No, +1. Roll. Put her here. Snapping would have been great here, but while we're just doing our thing, we got to make sure that we get footage. Still 16 power, though. We got so much energy here. So much energy. Oh, baby! Okay, hold on. I think... Do you play Abomination now? Top decking She-Hulk floating 6 is so good, too. Just thinking... We could just slam this. I mean, we can play it here and then move it. Oh, we can't play it there. Well, okay. That's such. I don't think we slam it yet. I don't think we slam. Let's do this and see where it takes us. That's a lot of power. We'll see. Strange mid. Okay. This is what? Vulture? Do they Heimdall? What do they do? What is it that they do, friends? I don't know. What is it that they do? Could beat me. +3 power, so Heimdall +3. There's ways to lose. They're going to Tribunal? Just straight up Tribunal? Yeah. 39 power, split +3, Tribunal. Yeah, let's see it. +3, +2, sorry. Yeah, I figured it was Heimdall. Yeah, that's what I figured was going to happen. Got the dub. Superior Spider-Man rolling 7 energy on turn 6. You love to see it. Good game, Ninja Storm. That is a Superior Spider-Man game in a Superior Evo deck. Went pretty well. Good old Rocket Raccoon, turn 1. Never hits nothing. Of course. Why would it? Why would it? Could do this into Hood Falcon next turn. Zombie Mr. Fanta. Okay. Get Superior Spider-Man. Come on. Top deck Superior Spider-Man. Bishop. We'll do this. Part of me wants to play the Bishop. Let's do Bishop here. They play their Superior Spider-Man, do they? Okay. We also need to play Vermeer, so maybe we play the Hood in, but when do we play the Hood? We don't need to play it right now. We got Superior Spider-Man. I'm going to play Superior Spider-Man here into Hood here. We'll Toxin or Falcon the Hood. Play it back here, turn 6, maybe. Okay. It's a good variant. Got that extra energy from Superior Spider-Man. I don't often play bounce, so sometimes I'm not convinced I'm taking optimal lines. Something I gotta practice. It's definitely an archetype I need to practice. I think I just want the 2/5 power on board, but where do I want it? Sable benefits from the additional power, though. If I hit Sable, it's worth it. Okay. We could hold Venom, yeah. But I kind of want to see if I hit Sable or Nico. I don't know. Again, not much of a bounce player, so we did hit Sable. So now the problem, though, is now we have a -3. No hit monkey. No hit monkey's hard. So what you do is you hood, Falcon. Do you give right? I think you can test right. They're gonna want to play their chonk here. They're gonna play something there. We scale very effectively though. Hood here, Falcon here. They always play here, but I don't think we can test there. Then we just do this. This is what I believe is the best play. But let's see if we win or lose here. They have Sarah, so their turn's going to be massive. They also get the Zombie Mr. Fantastic buffing 2 of their cards. I'm expecting this to be Zion Zombie Man. Zion Zombie Man. Let's see what happens. I expect this to be a weaker card. I suspect they're throwing mid. This is a Giant Zombie Man. Weak card, 2 good cards. Let's see if my call's correct. Hunger. Okay. That's exactly what I expected. So they threw mid. Okay, cool. Not what I expected on Surge. What the hell is this then? Surfer. What? Does not compute. I did not expect Surfer there. I gotta be honest with you guys. I did not read that as a Surfer play. Yeah, it's a cool deck for sure. Nice. Yeah, no, 100%. GG's. I didn't read Surfer. I expected... I said it like 15 times what I expected. Wow. Okay. That's an interesting game. A very interesting game. Okay. Let's go. Destroy 1 and draw is kind of cool too, but I don't know if we're doing that. If you got the hood, then yes, but... We didn't have the hood, so I didn't feel comfortable doing that. Let's do... Angela, or do we put Angela on a different spot? I think we put Angela on a different spot. We might do Nico Toxin. Okay, that's some Scorn gameplay. They're gonna get the +2 there. It's unfortunate. Okay. Cards are now less expensive, friends. Love that. Yes. Double our power, friend. Don't worry, Angela. We're coming back. We probably should, like, whatever. I think my order was not great here. We'll make sure that Angela gets the love she deserves. We're gonna have a hard time with Throne Room though. We gotta hope that like Hitmonkey can trade it. You know what? Bouncing Monkey would have been more optimal, wouldn't it have? Yeah. There's a Superior Spider-Man. 3, 3, 2. I think we're cooked here. Alex, I joined an alliance named after you when it first came out, but I suspect you're not in fact a secret member. I am not. I'm actually in Cozy's alliance. My alliance is literally Cozy because I did not want to deal with the stress of like excluding people from joining the alliance and stuff like that. So I just chose, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to do an alliance because it was too small, didn't have enough people in it. And I didn't want anyone to feel like they had been excluded. And so I chose to not pursue alliances. If that makes any sense. We gotta change this. Because they're going to play something big here. They're going to think just Apocalypse or something wins here, right? I think we just leave the Angela location. This might not be enough. It's not enough. Maybe we try to do this. Let's see it. Yeah, I knew that was happening. Let's go. We got the read right. We got the read right.